Yes, it's me again, and I am working on garden beds again. If you guys haven't figured out by now, I love gardening. It's fun. It's so rewarding. Hey guys, if you're not subscribed to our channel and you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up on this video. We do a lot of gardening videos this time of the year. I usually start probably in about February, where I start growing things in the hydroponics. Then I'll pot them into soil, put them in the grow tent until they're ready to come out to the garden. We have the garden, I'm gonna say completely planted. We'll see. I'm always adding things. I was out there yesterday planting more potatoes. But anyway, today we are going to be working on, I've got 4 beds that I put in up here in front of the porch. And I added these landscape timbers to the front just to keep weeds down. So when we weed eat, we have an edge to weed eat next to. I've got some herbs and flowers that I'm going to plant up here. Herbs, because I like herbs. I like drying them out. I like using them for cooking. Some might be medicinal herbs that I might do some things with. And I've gone through and I've looked at all the different things that I have that I grew to see what can pair up with others that'll be beneficial, but that won't hinder things. And I think I have a pretty good plan on where I'm going to plant things. So I pulled these out of the hydroponic a few days ago, and I've had them out here sitting in the beds for a couple days, kind of acclimating and hardening off, getting used to the temps outside. We did get our irrigation system set up in these 4 beds. I don't know if you can see all 4 beds or not, but we've got 2 right here and 2 on the other side of the front porch. And I've just got a few things that I'm going to get planted in those today. And then I will be adding to those later on. But these are the things that I have that are ready to plant, and I'm going to get those planted. So I'm going to start with this bed. So there are some things that will grow taller, and I'm going to put those in the back. Things that stay kind of closer to the soil, those will be in the front. If it's things that kind of spread, I'm going to do those over here on the ends so they have room to drape over, like oregano. Now, I have oregano in my big garden, but I love drying out oregano and using it for cooking and stuff. So I'm going to put oregano out here as well. I've got lavender, rosemary, thyme, calendula, yarrow. I've got some purple and yellow primrose, lemon balm, dill. I'm not going to name all of them, but I am going to get those planted, and I think I have a pretty good plan of where to start with what I do have ready. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, and we'll get some of these beds planted up so they can get watered again this evening. This irrigation system comes on from 8 to 8:10 p.m. every evening. So anyway, I'm going to start with this one. I don't know that I have everything in the right beds that I have lined out, but where I put those, that's where they're going to get planted today. And my shovel's out in the garden, so I'm not going to go out there and get it. So here's my shovel today. So here I've got some rosemary, thyme, oregano. I know the oregano is going to go down there. Now, I never did up pot these. I just took them straight. They're still in their hydroponic pods, and that's fine. But let's see. For the oregano, rosemary, thyme, and chamomile. So I think I'm going to put the chamomile out here in the front. Losing my where I'm looking at. I'm not sure why I was going to put the rosemary in the back. Rosemary apparently grows tall. So we're going to put that back there in the back. Then we're going to put our thyme over here to the left. Now, I do have some onions planted in here. They were a little late planting them, so I don't know if they're going to come back or not. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to plant the rosemary right back here in the back in the center. And the rosemary didn't come up very good. It does have some rooting coming through it, so I'm going to just get that down there. Get it under the soil good. And push my soil up around it. And we'll see how that fares. The thyme did really good. The thyme did really good, and I put several seeds in there because I wasn't sure how well it'd do, but look at the rooting on that. So you can't really from the hydroponic pod, you can't really separate it. So that's okay that it's going to be bunched up. I'm hoping it'll keep spreading out. And then the chamomile, I'm going to put up here in the front. Now the chamomile rooting did very well. Lots of chamomile, and the rooting on that did really good. So I'm going to put it out here in the front. And push that soil down around the base of that, and then just keep packing it around it. Stick my label in there. And the oregano. Man, I love oregano. And I'm just going to put that right over here, right on the edge. The oregano will spread out and possibly drape over, because that's what I did in the garden last year. And the oregano will overwinter as well. Some of this stuff will overwinter. Which will be great. Because then I'll have oregano already next year. Okay, so I got 4 things in this bed right now. Let's see. Move you guys just a little bit. You can see me do this second bed. Okay. And I do have some marshmallow. These I grew from seeds that Simply Jan Homestead sent me. And I've never grown these before, but I can separate these and put some in each of these beds. Now, I'm not going to plant these today. I just pulled these out of the hydroponic or out of the grow tent this morning. So I'm going to let these harden off for a couple days before I plant them. But I do want to leave them out here so they can get watered. So I'm just going to bury it just so winds don't blow or nothing. So in this bed, I'm going to do parsley, basil, marigolds, and lavender. Parsley will get tall, and so will the basil. So I think I'm going to do the basil in the back. And I think I'm going to do the parsley over here on the side. And then lavender and the marigolds. Now, I grew a lot of marigolds, but some of them didn't make it. Some of them didn't survive. And then our kids got some of them. So, and that's okay, because I can sprinkle some seeds out for some more marigolds if I have some more. I'm not sure if I have any more marigold seeds. I may have used them all. Anyway, we'll put the basil back there, because the basil, I don't know about everywhere, but my basil grows like trees. Parsley will get tall. I'm going to put it right over here. It'll have a little extra support. If I need to put something here to help support it, I can. That's got some good roots on it too. This bed also has some onions in it. I don't think these onions are going to survive. The ones in the garden are doing fantastic. I got them out in the garden in plenty of time. But I think I held on to these a little bit too long. Now, growing marigolds in a hydroponic is a little tricky. And I did grow a few marigolds that did fantastic. But not all of them did fantastic. And then lavender. Oh, I can't wait for the lavender. I've got some regular lavender and I've got some purple lavender. Now, I don't know if all lavender is purple or not, but this particular one didn't say it was purple. But I know lavender as being purple. We'll see how well those transplant. Now I'm going to move you guys over down to the other two beds. Hopefully I don't have a snake or something pop out. So over here is going to be yarrow, primrose yellow, lavender, and calendula. Now, last year I tried to grow calendula, and I don't think it did anything. But the yarrow is definitely going in the back. So the yarrow is definitely going back there. I think I'm going to do the lavender over there. And I'll do the primrose yellow there and the calendula there. So I don't know how calendula grows. Let's get this in the center. Great rooting on the yarrow. That's a yarrow white. I don't know if they come in different colors or not. But that is what I have. Great rooting on the calendula. Although it's kind of leggy. So I think I'm going to bury it a little deep. And then the primrose yellow. So I've got a primrose purple and a primrose yellow. And I tried to grow these the year before last, and I didn't have any luck with them. Although I think that was my fault, because we had them in a flower bed, herb bed that we had built and hung on the fence, and we didn't have water going to it. So I think that was our issue. Okay, now to the final bed. What are we doing in the final bed? Okay, let's see here what we got. We got lemon balm. Lemon balm will spread out, and it'll come back every year. I'm going to put that down there on the end. We've got dill. Dill will get tall. Basil. Basil's going to go in the back. Dill I'm going to put here because it'll get a little height to it. And primrose purple. Should I do the primrose purple in the front or on the side? I'm going to do the lemon balm over there, because that way if it gets tall and spreads, it can spread off the side. So let me start with the basil back here. I said I wasn't going to plant a whole lot of basil this year. And my husband says, I thought you weren't planting a bunch of basil. But I grew it, and it grows so good. And I use so much. But at the end of the season, I probably will quit harvesting basil. Once I get what I want. Okay, let me do this dill over here. I've got another dill in there and that I could plant somewhere too. I don't know if I have any dill out. But I got my dill over here because it will get a little height to it. And then the basil in the back. And I'm going to do the lemon balm over here on this side. Lemon balm did really well in the hydroponic. So pleased with it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Come here, Maverick, and smell this lemon balm. Doesn't that smell good?
I kind of smell something.
You don't smell lemon?
I kind of smell lemon, but I didn't really smell anything. But I only smelled a little bit of lemon. But it's because my nose is running.
Okay, so I got the rest of those planted. So each bed just has 4 things in them right now. I do have parsley and sage also that will be coming out. They're not quite ready unless I do some direct sowing, which I may do that. I may go through my herb and flower seeds and see what I've got that I can go ahead and put out here. I don't want the beds to be too full to where you can't tell what's what. But I do want more than 4 things in here. But I've got herbs and flowers in each one. So I've got the 3 herbs and flowers there. Yarrow, I don't know if that's a flower or an herb. I've never grown that before. But the others, I think, are all flowers in that one. I don't know how I managed that. But over here, I've got lavender, marigolds, parsley, and basil. So I've got 2 and 2. Thyme, oregano, and then rosemary and chamomile. So 3 herbs and 1 flower. And then the marshmallows are going to go in. I think I may do a little section in all 4 of them, just in case one doesn't make it. But anyway, I got all those planted in there for now, and then I will be adding to those. If you guys can think of anything I should add, let me know. If you know that I have mixed some things together that shouldn't be together, let me know, so I can do some switching around. But anyway, these the sprinklers will go off at 8 o'clock every evening, and those will get good and watered in. I may just put a little bit of water on them right now, because it is probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think, just to acclimate them since I just transplanted those. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of our gardening and orchard and blackberry vines, all of our canning that we do, everything related to garden, we do here on the homestead. So follow along with us.